The premise of the movie is set in a dystopian future. After a mysterious virus killed most of the Earth's population, less than 2 million survivors are left. As a side effect of the virus, all humans on Earth are blinded, alongside the children born after the plague. Time passes, and sight becomes a myth, something only heavenly creatures are capable of. Over time, other human senses like smell and hearing are heightened, which help people survive without the sense of sight. But the world goes into the medieval period again, and no technology exists. In some rare cases, a few people are believed to be sighted, but they are declared a witch and killed. In the city of Kanzua lives the queen named Kane. She is the leader of the Witchfinder army and the overseer of the entire city that is set over a dam. The queen is extremely religious and thinks that every human who can see is defying God's wish. She exercises her power ruthlessly and murders anyone who spreads heresy about the sense of sight. Then, we are introduced to the Alkenny tribe, settled in the middle of a vast jungle. The leader of the tribe is a fearless warrior, Baba Voss. Baba's wife Magra is going into labor and is being helped by an elder member of the tribe named Paris. Magra cries in pain, asking for her husband, but he cannot be with her because of a more important job. Typical Baba. The tribe is about to be attacked by the Witchfinder, who thinks Magra is a witch. Anyone who comes in their way will also be murdered, but the people are ready to fight with their lives for their leader's wife. Although the entire tribe lacks the sense of sight, they have mastered their hearing and other senses. The experienced members of the tribe predict that around 200 Witchfinder soldiers are rapidly making their way towards them and seem to be armed with dangerous weapons. Baba announces that he will protect his tribe and encourages the others to do the same before blowing the war horn. They perform a traditional dance for good luck and start preparing themselves. Somewhere else, the general of the Witchfinder army, Tamakdi, is with a man named Bax. He is also a tribe member of Alkenny, but has a conflict with Baba. Hence, he is helping the enemy to kill Magra and teach Baba a lesson. Bax reveals that Magra is not an ordinary woman. Last winter, she came to the tribe pregnant and wounded, claiming that she had walked through a snowstorm. Baba took her in as his wife and decided to adopt her child. Ever since then, she has been living with the tribe, but Bax doesn't like the fact that Baba gets to do whatever he wants. He then gives the general a necklace that has the name of the man who impregnated Magra. On touching it, the general freezes in shock. The necklace has the name Gerla Morel, who is said to be the only person with vision. The general has been working for years to kill Gerla Morel under the orders of the queen herself. If Magra is present with his child, this means they are near to finding him as well. Being so close to his lifelong goal excites the general, and he asks Bax to reveal the security measures of his tribe. Somewhere else, Magra gives birth to a child and realizes she has another one inside her body. Paris does a C-section, and eventually a boy and a girl are born. In the border of the woods, a wall of stone has been built for the tribe's protection. They use it as a shield and initiate the fight, killing many rivals. When they are about to be overpowered, the wall is broken and the stones fall down the hill, crushing half of the Witchfinder soldiers. After everything calms down, Baba senses that the other half is still at the riverbank. They will attack after a storm passes, so the tribe has only a few hours to prepare. Baba meets his children for the first time, but is troubled about their future. They know that fighting the rest of the army will not be easy. To avoid any more loss of lives, Paris suggests they run away through a secret bridge that most people don't know about. Everyone agrees and makes their way to the bridge under her leadership. When they are halfway through, the general and his army arrive. Initially, they do not comprehend where the villagers are, but they soon sense the presence of the secret bridge and push Bax into it. Baba reaches the other end and cuts the bridge after saving Bax, since he is still a member of the tribe. With the pathway gone, the tribe runs away and the general fails once again. An eagle brings the message of failure to the queen. She goes to the temple and tells the council about the message they received. It turns out that Gerla Morel killed her sister long ago, which is why she wants him dead at all costs. Moreover, to her and her people, someone with sight is a demon. Knowing that 2 of Gerla Morel's children have been born, the queen sends another army of Witchfinders to help the troop kill all 3 of them. Somewhere else, the tribe comes to a halt and Magra tells everyone about Jerlamarel. She reveals that the rumors are true and he indeed has been blessed with the power of vision. He doesn't believe in religion and thinks that vision will help make the world a better place, not the other way around. He has also told Magra about a safe place in the middle of the mountains, which will never be found because it is like a maze. Magra takes everyone to the place where they decide to settle down. In the following scene, Baba goes out on a walk with both his children. This is when we find out that they have also been blessed with the power of vision. A while later, he goes into the woods to look for food with his children when they are suddenly attacked by a bear. He tries killing it multiple times, but it only works when an arrow hits the animal. The person who fired the arrow is none other than Jerlamarel himself. He is glad that his children are in safe hands because he has a lot of things to do before being a father to them. Classic Jerlamarel. He tells Baba about the box he can find near a waterfall. He also hands Baba a key to the box and says that the children must be given the box when they reach the age of 12. He suggests they name the boy Coffin and the girl Haniwa, but before saying what the box contains, he runs away. The betrayer, Bax, is also in the woods and hears Baba shout Jerlamarel's name. He suspects something is wrong and tells his aunt about it. Bax's parents were killed because of a punishment at Baba's order, so his entire family is against him. They hire a girl named Shadow to find out what is going on. Shadow is a tribe member who is known for being invisible. She is so good at hiding herself that she has never been noticed by anyone in the tribe, even though she lives with them. Oh, I felt that. At night, Magra, Baba, and Paris open Jerlamarel's box, where he has left a toy boat and many books that can teach the children to read. The group realizes the children can see, but decide to keep it a secret. Paris predicts that the books contain knowledge about the ancient people and their technologies. When the children are ready, they will one day have to go on their own journey to establish a new world system. Magra is extremely against the idea. She orders them to bury the box outside the village and never talk about it again. The children should be kept away from it at all costs. Just then, Paris realizes that they are being spied on and discontinues the conversation. Outside, Shadow lies to Bax, telling him that Baba was playing with his kids inside his hut and nothing else. Bax also figures it out and makes a plan of his own. He sends a message on a bottle into the river and decides to do it every day until the general finds one of the bottles and lands an attack on Baba. Meanwhile, the general and his troops are doing everything in their power to look for the tribe. They burn several houses and kill many people, asking them about Magra. However, even after years of searching, they are unsuccessful in locating her. In the dam, the queen gets a message from the general saying that he wants to return home. However, on checking the message closely, she discovers that it has been tampered with. Upon further investigation, she finds out the people of the kingdom are not satisfied with her rule. The dam's condition is getting weaker, and instead of thinking for her people, she is more focused on catching witches, which are of no concern to the kingdom. Hence, 2 members of the council changed the message and are planning to have her killed. Later that day, she kills the council members by hanging them from the ceiling and burning them with electricity. Then, we are shown a montage of Coffin and Haniwa growing up. They keep their sight a secret, but continue watching the tribe and its ritual in ways that no one has. Eventually, 12 years pass, and the time comes when they are supposed to be introduced to books. Paris wants to follow Jerlamarel's orders, but Magra is strictly against it. She wants her children to live a normal life and be happy rather than go into a war with the entire world. Paris understands her concern, but knows that her feelings as a mother cannot come in the way of a better world. Hence, at night, she secretly asks the kids to come to her hut and gives them the books their father left for them. Initially, they refuse to go against their mother and run away. But then, they discuss the topic for a while and come to a conclusion to try to read the books. Baba hears them talking from outside, but decides to allow them to take their own path. He tells Paris about the kids, and they plan to keep the books a secret from Magra, knowing that she would burn them all if she found out. In the following few months, the children hide from their mother every day to learn the alphabet. Ultimately, they are able to read sentences and literature, which provides them with the knowledge of the past. In the following scene, we see a girl from a village get her hands on a bottle by the bank of a river. It is one of the bottles with the message that Bax left for the general. After conducting a years-long search for Jerlamarel and failing miserably, the general finally returns home to the dam. He kneels down before the queen and tells her that he has brought 100 horses, several kilos of grains, and many more things necessary for the people of the kingdom. However, he has failed to bring the one person he was sent to capture. He is ready to face the consequences and be punished with death, but his last wish is to commit the unthinkable because he wants to be remembered as a warrior, not as a fool who couldn't complete a royal order. The queen agrees and sends him to jump off the dam. A while later, the note sent by Bax is brought to the queen, and she finds out about the children's whereabouts. When the general is seconds away from committing the unthinkable, she stops him and shows him the message. The win is so overwhelming for the queen that she breaks down crying in his arms. Back in the village, Haniwa and Coffin hear a horn, calling everyone to gather for a meeting. It turns out that an incestuous relationship between Bax and his aunt has resulted in the birth of a disfigured and stillborn child. Everyone is horrified by the incident, but this shines a light on a more important problem. Incest isn't cool. Also, the tribe's population is low, which means people have started maintaining relationships with their relatives. Paris thinks that they should start socializing with other tribes by going to their festivals. Baba is skeptical because they have to stay hidden. However, when the entire village takes Paris's side, he has no option but to agree. Alright, fine guys, let's go get laid. He asks his children to stay home, and the villagers to never tell a soul about their past. This is all they can do to protect their homes from the witchfinders. After Baba, Magra, and the rest of the villagers leave to take part in a tribe's festival, we see Coffin and Haniwa following them closely behind. They stop at night when they reach a market-like place where a crowd has gathered to witness the fire festival. It is then revealed that the festival is to celebrate the death of sighted monsters. Many blind people who have been falsely accused of being sighted are tied to a bonfire. A priest declares them to be monsters and lights them on fire. Haniwa tries to tell them that they are wrong, but Coffin stops her, scared of their truth being outed. They watch as people gather around the fire, dancing and making love. Paris and Magra are also shocked at the brutal punishment. Paris claims that although they are protected from the witchfinders, the queen's principle is spreading rapidly, turning people into monsters. Unable to watch the ritual anymore, Coffin walks away from the crowd. When no one is around, he is approached by slave traders who abduct him and take him away. Not just Coffin, but the slaves have kidnapped many children from several tribes. Haniwa finds her brother missing and quickly goes to tell her parents. A search party sets out to look for him, consisting of Baba, Magra, Paris, Haniwa, and many more. In the meantime, the slave traders have tied the children's hands and mouths and are following a cloud of smoke to a different town. An hour later, they reach a building where the slaves' hands are untied and they are kept on the ground. The search party comes across a recently burnt piece of wood and assumes that the traders were here some time ago. There is no way for them to be sure until Haniwa notices her brother's writing on a rock. He has asked them to follow the signs to get to him. When Haniwa tells everyone about the sign, Magra is shocked. She inquires how Haniwa knows what he wrote and eventually finds out that her children know how to read. They have followed in their father's footsteps and are planning to do the same in the future. Magra fumes in rage, wanting her children to be dumb and useless, I guess. But her priority is to look for her son. The rescue group also reaches the building where the slaves are kept. Baba tells everyone to stay outside while he goes in alone. Haniwa argues that she wants to join him, but Baba doesn't want her to see what he will become in front of his enemies. He has spent the first half of his life in similar circumstances, killing many people, but he doesn't want his daughter to see him like that. He then attacks the guard and quietly brings him to the place where the slaves are kept. Coffin sees them and makes a noise to alert his father of the presence. As Baba hears it, he turns into a beast and kills all the traders one after another. By the end of the fight, his own son can hardly recognize him. At last, Baba catches the leader of the gang and stabs him in his throat. Damn, Aquaman just went dark. Coffin finally meets his mother, who hugs him at first but then pushes him away for hiding such a huge part of their lives from her. When they reach the village, the children apologize to their mother and reveal that they have to travel far away someday according to books that they have been given. An emotional Magra hugs them, finally coming to terms that they are their own people. Outside, Baba hears a dog barking and realizes that they are being approached by the enemy. Then we see the general and his army arrive at the village. At the same time, Magra brings out a tiny pouch that has something important inside it, but before she can hand it to her children, the news about the attack spreads in the tribe. Bax starts telling everyone to hand Magra over to the enemies to save their lives. An enraged Coffin takes advantage of the situation and holds Bax hostage. Using him, he and his family manage to run away from the village. They are followed by Shadow, who wants to join them in the journey. When the family is far enough, Haniwa wants to kill Bax for everything he did. However, Coffin lets him free to prove that they're not the monster that people paint them as. After everyone walks away, Bax yet again returns to the village and tells the general about the escapees. The army holds the entire village at knife point, declaring that until the real Coffin and Haniwa are found, they are all witches. Somewhere else, Baba and the family reach a riverbank and get on a boat he made over the years. Just when they are about to sail, they are surrounded by the enemy. The general announces that he has spent his entire life looking for Jerla Morel's children and is not going to back down now that they are so close. He also threatens to kill the entire village if they put up a fight or refuse to come with him. The rival soldiers get into the water and close on the boat. When they are close enough, Baba kills a man, which makes the others find out their exact location. This gives rise to a battle between the two parties. In the middle of the fight, Haniwa shoots an arrow at Bax and kills him. Baba manages to row the boat further away where the water is deep. Since the army doesn't have a boat, they yet again lose the family. The general kills Bax to protect him from suffering further, and orders a commander to kill everyone in the tribe. Paris, who is also on the boat, shows everyone a map left by Jerla Morel for his children. They have two options, either to follow the map and go along the river, or to take a path along the forest and go to a safe place. They take a vote and decide to follow Jerla Morel's map. Magra is not happy about the decision, but has no room to argue. No one listens to Magra. A while later, they stop at the bank to take a rest for the night. Back in the kingdom, the queen finds out about Baba and his family escaping one more time. The council members request that she focus on the kingdom because it needs more care than her religious beliefs. It is then revealed that the queen used to be in love with Jerla Morel long ago, but he didn't reciprocate the feeling. I wonder how many horrible decisions were made by leaders in the past because they were butthurt or got cucked. The people think they are being ruled by a lovesick queen who only thinks of herself. They have lost people and treasures because of her ego, and are vocal about it as well. The queen abruptly leaves the meeting and later assassinates the council members who were opposing her earlier. The following morning, Baba and the group wake up to their belongings missing. Even the pouch that was close to Magra has disappeared. As they try to look for them, Coffin notices someone standing a few yards away. Somewhere else, the queen is told that the people are protesting for her to be removed from the throne. There is no one on her side, and she is bound to be punished for the deaths she caused. Enraged by their audacity, the queen makes the decision to end the entire kingdom and look for Jerla Morel on her own. She closes the dam, which destabilizes it, causing it to move aggressively. As it starts to flood and break, she runs away in a carriage with her dog and her close assistant. The people of the kingdom are left to die. To see what happens next, watch the second part in Series Recapped.